Hey guys, Champ, and welcome to the Season 7 Preview Show. It's going to be in video form this time, since there's not really too much to go over for Season 7, but we're just going to show you the new features and changes coming to Season 7 that you need to look forward to. Starting off, let's get right into it. We're going to look at the table of contents here, everything we're going to go over in this short little video. Starting off with some format updates. Then you're going to go over to the custom player pool update, who we're adding in. Ego minimum updates, a new award to look forward to, and an overview of the SMNL Year 3, some draft notes, and then a universal rule change for all the leagues. So starting off, obviously some format updates. Let's get right into it. SMNL is moving to a 3-season per year format. And this is going to consist of a 6-week regular season and then a 1-week break for the All-Star break, as usual. And then 4-week playoffs. Obviously, that's subject to change depending on just people's schedules and such. And then a guaranteed 4-week off season. And in terms of the matches played, every team's going to play each other at least twice. So for that, your league's amount of games, just do the math pretty much. And this consistent schedule is going to allow players just to have a better understanding of the league's timeline and then make sure they can fully commit or not. Since we had a couple problems with that in the past couple of seasons, I think this should be a big help. And each league will now have one big conference instead of the 2 big conferences, one Gravy Gulp, one Bro Boom. It's just all going to be in one big conference, and this should make things a lot simpler and easy to understand, and especially with the seedings and stuff. And Bro Boom and Gravy Gulp, they're still going to exist, mostly just for the aspect of the All-Star game and awards, basically. But in terms of, like, playoffs and such, it's just going to be one big conference and a lot easier to deal with, to be honest. And we're going to talk about playoffs now. So that's just going to be 12 total teams per league. And the top 4 in each conference get a bye. And then obviously the seedings go 1 through 12, etc. But it's gonna be a little different, but just simpler, and it's all gonna be the same for every league, and it should be easy to understand. Now let's talk about the custom player pool update. So here's what we got this season, and we swapped out about half of them. So we got 11 new position players coming in this season getting swapped, 6 new pitchers, and 3 reworked players. So players that had like reverse splits, Elite Four seamer that seemed a little broken, to be honest. Just got reworked, tweaked with the stats a little bit. And you can check these guys out in the custom player board and the tool and guides channel on the Discord. Now let's just look at the ego changes for Season 7. So obviously, basically every league got tweaked here. Pro League going up in the minimum. So 62 to 72 is the range for Pro League. All-Star 75 to 85. And Legendary got a little bit of a bump, starting at 88 minimum to get into Legendary. So we tried to make the ranges at least around 10. I think that's pretty easy to deal with. We don't want anything crazy. And with the spring training games this season, our ego check games, we'll have a slot on that. I'm hoping everyone can stay where they should be, and it should be a fun season. Now let's talk about the new award. There's going to be a new regular season award this season, and it's going to be the best play award. So each season, the league office is going to choose 3 of the best plays league-wide, and obviously, make sure to clip or record your games. This is a big help. I know a lot of you guys do, but just make sure if you want to be featured on this award, be sure to record your games or stream. And at the end of the year, we're thinking of planning something new for just the whole new format we have, basically, that we're going to go over as well. We're going to take all the best plays throughout the 3 seasons each year and choose the best one, along with a few other awards. Basically having like an award, I guess you can call it our version of the Grammys or the Oscars, something like that. Just looking through the best categories of the year. We're gonna come up with different ones, but it's just a good idea for now. That's the new award. Next, let's just go to the year 3 overview here. Here's what to expect right now. So obviously season 7 starting next month in January. Obviously each season is going to feature the SMNL Clash off-season tournament and some After Dark content finally. And obviously the 3 leagues. And then you got season 8 hoping for a May start and season 9 hoping for a September start, all with the same formats for the season. And it should be great. We're going to try it out, see how we like it. And I think it should be a lot easier with it for everyone to deal with. Now let's just look at some draft notes here. So to speed up the draft this season, we're just going to require all players to submit a list of preferred players / your chem builds you want to build for your draft when we do the player drafts. And obviously, you know, if you're not around, this is a big thing. We had a lot of problems with people just, you know, not answering or not checking their phone or whatever. We just want people to, even if you're not going to be around, just submit a little list. It helps us out. We'll get you your team you want. If you're not around, it speeds things up. And then lightning rounds are returning. So the first one's going to be the night of the draft begins. So we're going to actually do a little bit of a stream for the opening night on the draft, about 2 hours. We're hoping we can get through a bunch of rounds. So if you can, please be around the first night the draft is. We would love to get through it a lot quicker this time around. And for our first ego check matches that we're actually gonna try to do our best, better than last season. Last season was kind of rough with them. But basically, returning players are going to have 5 mandatory matches, and rookies are going to have 8. So we can it's going to help us get a feel for where you should be with ego, and we're going to take basically feedback from everyone in the league to help us out. If they have a problem or think you should be on a higher or lower ego, everyone's going to chip in and help us out here to make sure egos are where they should be at. And finally, we're gonna have a little bit of a universal league change here. So the Elite 4-seamer, very controversial, is gonna go to where the Legendary has it. So every league's gonna be on the max of 1 per team. Doesn't matter the tier of it, just 1 Elite 4-seam trait per team from this point on. And it was controversial, obviously, but we keep hearing about it every season. And I think this should finally put it in the grave. Or just keep it where it should be. It should be, basically, for the trait. So that's that. That's all we had to go over today for the Season 7 preview. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to have, for you to look forward to, we're going to have, obviously, the conference reveals and the draft picks. So we're going to have a stream on that sometime soon here, probably within the next week or 2. So look forward to that. And thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you in Season 7. Peace.